Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome. For those of you that are, taking a look at this for the very first time or taking a closer look, my name is Justin Halliday here down in Jacksonville, Florida, and you'll see I'm joined by three other gentlemen. I've got my business partner and good friend, John Kinnear. I've got my good friend, Ron Pope, on here, and co-founder and owner, Mr. Huascar Lopez. The purpose of this is to really get some real good information for those of you that are taking a closer look, and to identify that this is a real bona fide company with a long-term vision, an amazing product, and a very, very great project to get involved in. Now, with that being said, I do want to start off by saying Ron and I go back almost 7 years, about 6.5, 7 years. We had an opportunity to work on a project together that lasted about 18 months. And then, Ron went into the software space, and Ron is the president and co-founder of the Conversion Pros. Many of you are using their software today. And one of the key pieces here is that first and foremost, what you're going to find out today is why is this different than all of the other Forex deals that are out there. I personally have not joined one single Forex deal that has been floating around, and there's been a lot of them that have come and gone that lasted maybe 6 months, 8 months. I haven't joined one. And Ron has never called me one time to say, hey, Justin, you need to take a look at this. He's never pitched me an opportunity. Well, about 2 weeks ago, Ron called me. We had a real long conversation about crypto and stacking crypto and multiplying Bitcoin. And Ron introduced me to Huascar, and we had an amazing call. Could tell right away just the sincerity and genuineness, credibility. We are operating from the same place of morals, and we were very excited. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and flesh out some information on this call for you guys. I'm going to hand over to Ron here, and Ron's going to talk a little bit about, one of the things we love about Ron and the Conversion Pros is the developers and the engineers behind the project are North American based. And so they're right here. So there's no time zone challenges. We know who they are, and Ron's going to talk a little bit about the background and experience with that staff. And Ron, if you could give us some insight to how that works, please.
Sure, absolutely. Justin, thank you so much. I really want to thank you for coming on board and being such a great leader. Guys, you'll never understand how much time Justin has put into this project in the last couple of weeks to help get it to where it's at. And from a leadership standpoint from the field, Justin, you've just absolutely done an amazing job. So thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the Conversion Pros, I'll give you a little bit of background on us. If you're not familiar with the Conversion Pros already, we are a global company. We're in 57 different countries. The Conversion Pros is a marketing software company. We have a SaaS model, as well as we develop custom software like we're doing here for the CashFX. It's been a combination of things that have been worked on over the last 18 to 20 years between myself and one of my partners, Jamie Beck, which is our CTO. Jamie's been working on the platform for, like I say, about 18 to 20 years now. We do all of our own in-house programming. We've got a large team of programmers in our office. We never let our source code or anything out, so it's all in-house. We've written millions of lines of code. I think we're somewhere between 10 and 12 million lines of code now. Millions of dollars invested. We take security and privacy extremely, as a top priority, because we understand the different industries that we go into, and we understand the issues of the world today. I mean, really, with the technology out there, and people are always trying to do dishonest things in the market. So therefore, us as a tech team have to make sure that we're staying ahead of that. Okay, mm-hmm. And that's what we're bringing here to CashFX. Let me talk about why the Conversion Pros was such a great fit for CashFX, and why I got the call from my good friend Huascar Lopez. Huascar and I have known each other for several years. We've done projects together. He was actually a leader in the field for one of the travel companies that I was building at the time, and I understood very quickly where his heart was, where his morals and values are at. And so he and I had the opportunity over several years to develop a really strong relationship. And And so when Waskar came to me with the CashFX idea and said, hey, we'd really love to work with you guys. We had a lot on our plate at the time with the Conversion Pros, but once we took a look at what it was that Waskar was explaining to us and really dug into it and looked at the transparency that they're going to be offering here in the immediate future. I'm a former, Forex trader myself. I've developed a bot in the past. And so I was able to understand that. And then from the side of network marketing, I've been in that industry for over 20 years. And it started with me, coming up through the ranks, starting with some of the most common companies that are out there. They've been there for 100 years. And I struggled. I learned my way through it, but as I continued to progress, I would implement these different tools that we've been working on at the Conversion Pros, autoresponders and capture pages, funnels, things like that over the years. And as it continued to increase, it created into this amazing system that allowed me to have downlines when I was a leader in the field in over 49 countries and over 250,000 people that I've been able to influence globally. So I understood from both the leadership side, but at the same time, when I hit that point, I had developed such a training system for my own teams that I started getting calls from the different companies I would go to, and they would ask me, hey, would you come and do the same thing for us? So, my first venture in the corporate side of network marketing started off as a VP of training for a company out of Kowloon, Hong Kong. And from there, I started getting headhunted into different projects. And so over the last 20 years, I've had the opportunity to really be a leader in the field as well as from the corporate side. I've been through over 20 startups in my career, and I've not all in network marketing, a lot of traditional companies as well. But on the network marketing side, I've built my own MLMs as well. So I understand what it takes from the corporate side, but I also know what the field is looking for. So it brings it all together. And through all the startups that we've done, it's created a lot of cookie cutter things that you need to go through when you're doing a startup in order to make sure you have the infrastructure in place. And that's a lot of what the Conversion Pros is bringing to the table here. Yes, we've got the contract to do all of the software for them, but at the same time, we're bringing a lot more to the table than that. We're bringing our contacts and our resources to the table to help this CashFX become one of the premier companies in its space. And I say I believe it's going to be the premier company in its space in the not too distant future here, guys. The rate of growth that we're already seeing is amazing. I mean, from the projections that we talked about with CashFX corporate team just 3 weeks ago to where we are today has been just a whirlwind. I mean, it's absolutely amazing to see what's happening for this company right here. And then I know more of what's going on behind the scenes that hasn't even been released yet. And that's so exciting to me. I mean, like we had a long meeting yesterday going, okay, we've really got to increase the infrastructure here. And that's a lot of what we were doing yesterday, adding more servers, beefing it up, really getting a robust system in place for these guys. And so anyways, we're excited. We're collaborating on multiple avenues with CashFX. All their marketing materials. We'll be creating a marketing system here in the near future that we'll be able to implement in here with CashFX, which will help each and every one of you guys, okay, be able to explode your own personal individual downlines. But at the same time, it'll help because you need to understand in this market space, in this industry that CashFX sits in, there's a lot of regulation, okay, not just from the network marketing side, but from the security side of things. So what the system's going to do when we get it completed is it will allow the compliance department at CashFX to have more control over the content being disseminated to the field. And that's extremely important because each and every one of you guys need to understand what you say brings liability back on the company. And so it's our job to make sure that what's being said is what should be said. Okay, so we're going to put some reins on that. We're going to control that. But at the same time, that helps with Waskar's vision of this being a legacy company. This is a 20-plus-year-old company, guys. We're going to be a 20-year-old company one day. But that's how it's being built from the infrastructure side with the compliance, the legal, all of those types of things that you don't always see in today's industry, in the network marketing industry. You have a lot of here today, gone tomorrow type companies. That's not how this company's being structured, okay? So yes, we're in a pre-launch. Yes, you guys are going to see little bugs and things here and there because we're doing a lot of development in the live setting. But If you ever see any kind of temporary downtime or anything, it doesn't mean the company's going away. What it means is that we're increasing infrastructure. That's what we're doing there. Okay. So I'm excited, guys, to be part of. If you can't tell, I'm excited to be part of this.
Yes.
Waskar and I have been looking for a home run together for a while, and it didn't take me very long to realize, he's got his hands on a home run, and we need to be part of it. So myself, my company, we're 100% on board with this and absolutely doing everything that we can to help CashFX be a huge success. When I talk about resources and things, we're bringing in our ad copy experts, our social media experts, our PR, overall pros and conversions, okay? Because we want to make sure we enable you guys with the tools that you need to go and build your business as fast as you can to get you and your family free.
Awesome.
I do want to touch on one thing here. The Conversion Pros, okay? We don't go out and openly, promote and market a lot of different network marketing companies because it's a conflict of interest with some of our clients. But I want to touch on that for a second, because if you are one of our clients seeing this, I want to explain there is no conflict of interest here. Okay. Whatever your primary business might be today, you're earning your income there. All right. If you are focused on earning that income and you're not focusing on leveraging that capital that you just created, you're only getting one piece of it. Yeah. Okay. And that's where CashFX comes in. You guys continue to focus on your primary business, paying your bills, gaining your wealth, but then take this, take your capital, put it in with CashFX and let it multiply for you. Now you're gaining wealth at such a higher rate. So in my mind, CashFX is not a conflict of interest with any project that you might currently be doing. It's a complement to it.
Right.
Okay. So I just wanted to come in here.
It's a conflict of wallets because it's not getting into your wallet.
Exactly. If you're not doing this, there's a conflict. You're not making what you could be. So
right.
Absolutely. I think this is a great program, and myself, the Conversion Pros, again, 110% behind this, and we will be through the duration of this company. So I look forward to working with Waskar and his team, Justin and John, and all the other great leaders that we're coming in contact with and getting to meet. I couldn't have asked for a better project to be part of. And Waskar, thank you so much for that opportunity. But that's really what I wanted to come out here and share today. Justin, John, if you guys have any other questions for me, I'll stay right here and field them. But thank you for the opportunity to come out and voice my opinion and explain what it is that the Conversion Pros and CashFX are doing together.
Excellent. Well, that really leads us into the first question for Mr. Lopez. Again, Waskar, thanks for, we're in pre-launch, and so we know you're busy. We know, that you're not sleeping much at all right now, working around the clock, working with all of the different pieces. And so we appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule and joining us today.
For sure, guys.
That really leads us into the first question, because what Ron was talking about, the benefits of the Forex market are known to many, right? Leveraging and putting your money to work for you in these markets. And so, Waskar, our first question is really, why did you choose to enter the global Forex market, for CashFX Group, and what appeals to you most about this market?
Well, first of all, thank you very much to you guys for inviting me, to share this moment, to share this vision about this company that we are very excited, as Ron just said. And thank you, Ron, also for your commitment, as a company, as a friend, to our project, to our company. We value that very much. And I think before I talk about the Forex market, I need to talk about our friend. I think I need to talk about the people that we care about, the people that we are around us, because one of the things that people is struggling the most is to find something they can do with success, something easy they can achieve their goals. So when we think about doing this project, we thought about put a system together for people be able to have success in an easy way, to put result in the people's hands right away, because that's the way the people get involved. Most of the reason the people don't get involved in network marketing or projects, any kind, is because of their fear of failure or because they think they cannot do it. So looking at the industry in the cryptocurrency, the last few years that has grown so much and is providing opportunities for so many people, including me and my family, that we had the privilege to take advantage of the crypto space in the last few years. Another industry that is huge is Forex. And I always saw the Forex market as something like enigma for me. So I started to learn about that market, and I started to research, and I was blown away for the amount of money that fluids on that market every day, you know. And some of the biggest financial institution, banks and corporation, they are involved with this. And if you research a little bit more about this market, you know that a lot of money can be done, and fast, and with the right leverage and the right technology and the right system, you can achieve so much. So I think God has a lot to do. I always put him in front of everything, because the way this project has been assembled is a blessing. And the technology that we have, the people that are behind our trading, is something unique and something very special. So when I think about your question, Justin, about why Forex, why you took a look at that piece of the market, I think the combination that we put together in the system to generate some of the stream of income that we're talking about, or how fast it can be generated, is in this market. No market in the world has the liquidity of $5 trillion a day and work 24 hours a day. So it's been a really, really fast journey for me. I'm still learning a lot, but I think if you look at the most prominent companies out there, you will see they are in the Forex market already since a long time ago.
Yeah.
So now we can bring that to a lot of families in the world.
I love it. Great answer.
Very cool. That's a great answer. And you know, the Forex industry it's an absolute colossus. And there's many people on the periphery, just like you, Oscar, that have had success in other areas, but have never actually entered into the Forex market. And the immensity of that market, one of the things that it provides for people, if they're willing to sort of dip a toe and move into it, and this is a wonderful and a very simple way for them to start doing that, is that there's no ceiling on this market. You just mentioned $5.3 trillion. So if we manage to line all of those corporate things up that we need to, there's absolutely no limit to the future possible growth, not only for the individual, but for the corporation itself. So one of the things that we're aware of course, is that you have some proprietary EAs for individuals who don't know what an EA. It's simply an expert analysis. It's software that is used for trading in the Forex space, but also you're working with live traders. You have a team of live traders in a trading floor, and AI. Now, AI has done some amazing things recently, some incredible inroads into trading, both in cryptocurrency and in Forex. In fact, this combination of live traders, technicians, managing an AI is what companies like JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs have started doing recently, and many, many other large financial companies. Can you talk to that point a little bit, some of the infrastructure that you've aligned for this?
Yes, it's funny that you mentioned all those companies that are really enormous companies out there. And the combination with technology comes from mankind. Like man has been the vehicle to create all the amazing stuff that we have today, since telephone and computers and all that I don't have to mention. But if you look around, the most biggest companies right now, they are based in technology. People like, companies like Facebook, Instagram, Uber, everything is in the mainstream in communication and technology. Also, communication means that a software built from the man standpoint of view, the technology of required to to communicate with the market in a fast speed, that provides you an advantage. You know, it's impossible like us, like a man, that we can open and close transaction and look at the float on the indicators on the market faster than a machine, you know? But it's not the machine that works. It's a combination, like you said. And what we have right now, I need to be like very humble, and I don't want to sound like I hyping anything, you know. But I think in the upcoming weeks and upcoming months, people are going to find out what is the unique strategy and the combination that we have with this algorithm. I think we are very blessed. We have our team, in-house team of traders that come up with many month research, putting together indicators, putting together all the strategies, and make this combination that provide us with this accelerating gain or earnings that we have in this company. Now, we could have this for ourselves. We could develop the process to make money ourselves and keep it to us, you know? But this is put it together and come along with the vision that we have. And the vision that we have is to create many streams of income for thousands of families around the world. So what you need to understand here is that we are putting together a really big corporation with many products. And we, as Ron said before, we want to leave a legacy out there. We just not creating this for money. You know, money can be created every day, and we created a lot of money over the past few years, and we are very blessed. But we have a vision, we have a purpose, and I think we're more ahead in the interview. We're gonna talk about a few things we're gonna roll out in the next months. Yeah,
absolutely, absolutely, excellent, excellent feedback there. So now the feedback that we've been getting so far out in the field, talking to different leaders, we've been on back-to-back Zoom calls. I know John has been in multiple calls every day since we got started. I guess we're about 2 weeks, I think, in the project. People are really appreciating the simple approach to Forex with what Cash FX brings. The fact that there is no software to download, no brokerage accounts to fund and open, but rather they can begin participating immediately by partnering pretty much with Cash FX trading team. But now we understand that following the official launch, members are going to have some sort of ability to download the MT4 and begin benefiting from the trading technology directly. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. The fact that people can access really easy to the Forex market, because I can tell you myself, I was really like a little bit afraid of getting in touch, you know, opening an account in a broker, dealing with verification, documentation, and all that, you know. It's pretty heavy stuff, crazy stuff. But at the end of the day, people have their own issues, their own businesses, their own jobs, families, and things to do, you know. And what we want to create, or what we created right now, is a system very easy, that you can register fast with us, and you can make the partnership with us as a company, so we can take you by the hand, teach you what you need to teach, like the basic stuff, how to operate and how to manage through a excellent educational program. Okay, so providing the knowledge for you to understand how that works, but not rush, because you're gonna make money in the way. You're gonna be leveraging your income through us, and we already know how to do it. We already put together the system to do it. So this is the real concept of it. Now, doing this in the second stage, what we're gonna do is provide you the support, easy, the way you started, so you can follow up and you can have your own account in the Forex market. you can have access to the broker yourself, but now with the knowledge to be able to operate those accounts. So we are very excited because we develop